Welcome back, 5:47 now, and they call it March Madness. And when you hear what some of these head coaches are making for these public universities, you may think it's madness. So let's bring in Rachel O'Brien from OpenTheBooks.com. You've been poring over the numbers, Rachel. What have you found?
Yeah, so the four teams that played last night in T-Mobile Arena, three of them are public schools, so they're taxpayer-funded: UCLA, UConn, Arkansas, all but Gonzaga. So UCLA lost to Gonzaga last night, but UCLA coach Mark Cronin, he makes more than $4 million a year. He is the highest paid public school basketball coach in the Pac-12 conference. On top of that, he's eligible for $345,000 per season in cumulative performance bonuses, depending on where they make it in the tournament. He can also get more money based on his players' academic performance. He has a $2 million retention bonus if he stays with the team, so he's very well paid. Arkansas also lost last night to UConn, but Arkansas coach Eric Musselman, he's also well paid. He follows very closely behind Mick Cronin. He also makes $4 million a year, and he can also get bonuses. Then you have Dan Hurley, who's the UConn coach. He makes $2.9 million a year. He appears to be the highest paid UConn employee. And then Mark Few, who's the head coach of Gonzaga, which is the only private university playing in Las Vegas this weekend, he actually makes the least out of the four of them. He makes $2.1 million.
And let's give some context here. Let's focus on Eric Musselman, the head coach for Arkansas, because he used to be the head coach for UNR up in Reno, University of Nevada, the Wolfpack. And it shows when you're making more than $4 million a year, and we're not paying that here in the state of Nevada, whether it's UNR or UNLV, why we have such a hard time holding on to the tremendous talent like an Eric Musselman, because they can go to other universities and make more money. Is there any other comparison, Rachel, that for our viewing audience here in Las Vegas that would maybe be a standout, something that got your attention?
Yeah, so we're talking about, Eric Musselman making $4 million a year. The top 10 highest paid coaches in men's basketball all make $4 million a year or more. So like you said, the best coaches for the best teams are being paid a lot of money. Kentucky didn't make it this year, but their coach, Jim Calipari, he signed a contract with Kentucky worth $86 million. It's $8 million a year.
Wow.
Other teams that did make the Sweet 16, Tennessee, $5 million, Michigan State, $5.7 million, Kansas State, $2 million. So these guys are getting paid a lot of money.
I also think this gives the viewing audience a little idea about why we have been covering the stories of NIL, name, image, likeness for these student athletes. When you hear how much money is on the line, how much the coaches are making, how much the TV rights deals are for these universities, and what the universities are taking in based on the talent on the hardwood, it makes sense that some of the actual players now are cashing in. Rachel, thank you so much. It's always fun when you pay us a visit on Friday mornings, and I love when you have kind of like a rip from the headlines kind of moment to break it down. This certainly was fitting this morning since we have the Elite Eight now throughout the weekend. Thank you.